How to prepare shortcuts for online bookings. There are three key areas when preparing for online bookings. The first step is the business details. The second step is the service menu and descriptions. And the third step is based around employee setup. So let's start with the business details. If we take a look at the online booking page here, we can see all the business details. You've got all the information and the opening hours. So where you need to change that is in your shortcut system. So you would go into Setup, Configuration, and over to the left-hand side under General and into Business Details. So if you have a look at the business setup, if you needed to make any changes, you simply click on the area and edit and make your changes. Once you've completed your changes, you need to select Done and exit out of Shortcuts. The next area to configure is your service menu. As you can see on the online booking page, you have your category names and then your services sit underneath that. From there, you can add a description. When the client selects the eye icon, you can see the description is displayed. Let me show you where to add and edit the descriptions and how to adjust your timing of your services or your names. So we go into Shortcuts and we want to go into Setup and Services. From here, you can see our service menu. It displays exactly the same on our online booking page. So if you are existing with us, it is a good time to go through your service menu and audit it. Have a look at the grammar, have a look at the continuity between all of the services, do a price check, have a look at your break times and your application times. There may be situations where you need to include a finish block. This will allow for your break times to be allocated, or you might need that clean and prep time for those service blocks if the client was only to book the single service. If you are unaware on how to use finish blocks, please watch the Learning Centre video on finishing blocks. From here, you can also add your descriptions. You would click on the service that you wish to add the description, go into the details section, and underneath the service name, you can see the box to add your descriptions for the services. Once you've complete your description, select Done and move on to the next. From here, it would be time to add in a resource. You do need to take into account your resourcing, especially when there are rooms or machines involved. The setup area for resources sit under Setup and Resources. Once again, if you do not know how to create resources, please reference our Learning Centre video. Moving forward, if you do create any new services, be sure to add them to your resources, and once the categories have been made, you can simply select on the service itself and come down to resource category on this same screen. Once you've completed making your service menu changes, ensure that the services are ticked on for the web. Now it's time to configure your employees. Let me show you on the online booking page what that looks like. Here you can see you've got an option for any person or the available employees for that particular service that I've selected. You can also see you've got your picture for your employee and their bio. Where to make those changes are in Shortcuts. So let's take a look. Under Setup and Employees. You can see each employee from the drop-down list below. Select the employee you wish to make changes on, and then select the More icon down the bottom to edit the alias name or the bio. You can also upload your picture from this pop-out as well. So select Picture and select your picture from your PC. Once you've made your changes, select Done on this screen and then come down to the appointment book area. You need to ensure that your employee is ticked on for the availabilities for online bookings. This also is really crucial if you do have reception staff that do not take appointments, that you unselect that area as well, so they're not displayed on your online bookings. The next thing to consider is the rosters. Let's take a look at the rostering screen. Underneath Tools and in Rosters. The rostering screen is how your employees will allocate their time in their columns. This needs to be managed at all times. Please watch our rostering video on how to copy a roster or how to make changes to adding in different roster types or different shift types if needed. The last area is setting up capabilities. Underneath Setup and Capabilities. Capabilities are used to tell the online booking system which employee is capable of what service. If you are unaware of how to set up capabilities, please reference our capability video on the Learning Centre. Moving forward, from the employee page, you can manage capabilities by simply selecting the employee and adding the capability over or back. You are now complete with your shortcut setup for online bookings.